tabs, which is problems, output, debug console, and terminal, right? So right now my terminal is click, and that is basically where I'm going to go to run this file. So in the past, when you were using JS Fiddle or W3 schools, there was a run button that you used to click and it would show you the page, right? It would show you the output. Here, I'm just going to say open in the terminal part. I'm just going to click in that area and type open index.html. Okay. When I hit enter, what it would do is it will open up the browser with this page on there. Okay. So now, are you able to see that page? Probably not. Are you able to see my page?
We can still only see the VS Code, not.
Okay, so it's not switching over to the. Um, okay, so let me just go to this other window and see if I can show you the window tab. Now I'm stopping to present it. I'll go switch to this page, and it's a little bit tricky. On your own computer, you'll be able to see it because it will pop right up, okay? But let's see if I can show it to you here. I'm still getting used to this thing. You should not be seeing anything right now, correct?
We can see the index HTML in the VS Code.
Yeah, you can still see the VS Code, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I do open index.html, it gives me the link, and this. So I have a completely blank index.html in projects directory. I'm just going to copy the, oops, not this one. There, I'm going to copy this. I'm just basically going to my W3 schools page. And I just pasted everything. So you should be able to see that, that I pasted it. And then I'm going to go and start a new terminal. And it will take a minute and it will come back. You guys should already be seeing that in the bottom part, I am in the projects directory. And I'm going to run this. I'm going to say open index.html. And when I hit enter, it will take me to a window where my original page is going to be shown. Let's see, how do I show you guys this? I'm going to go to Meet. I'm going to stop sharing this. And okay. And my original page will look like this. I really don't like this online teaching very much. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So present now, window. So after I ran the original thing, you guys should be seeing the code.
We can see your
Are you
resume.
seeing my resume? So
Yeah.
so I went through the whole cycle of creating a new projects directory using the VS Code terminal. Then I opened a new window in that projects directory. I created a new file, index.html. Then I came back to the terminal of VS Code and just typed open index.html. Okay, so is everyone ready to do this on their own right now? So what I want to do is give you guys, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll give you 5 minutes to go ahead and do this. Remember, first you have to create the projects directory, and you can do that from your terminal window of VS Code. So let's do the first thing. Can you guys go ahead and create that directory now, the folder? I think yeah, it's called directory and folder. Folder is the term on the Mac OS. So I'll be quiet. Go ahead, do it.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
I'm going to be honest, I'm a little confused. I was trying to follow you with the screen, but the information that it presents is a little small. I've been trying to enlarge it, but it's really hard trying to follow because I'm trying to see where your cursor is, and then once I figure out where your cursor is, you're halfway through what you're typing, or you're going to another screen, and then another screen presents itself, and I'm lost.
So I'm moving too fast.
I don't want to say you're going too fast. I just can't see it on this. It's almost as if the cursor is dim and I can't see where you're at. And the information that you're typing, for me, I need to know what it means so I have an understanding of what's going to present next.
Okay. So let's see. How can I mitigate that?
Brother, it's maybe the process of being able to follow you. This is the line. This is the problem. We didn't have this issue at all in person class.
So the font is very small, right? I can enlarge that. Let me see if I can go back to VS Code and increase the font size on my screen. Okay, hang on for 1 second. So that will start fixing the problem, I think. All right, so you should be seeing my VS Code. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to increase the size of the fonts. Can you guys see the fonts better? If I type now, is it slightly better?
Yes.
Okay. So now you can see my typing. Okay. So I think that's the first problem I solved. You guys want me to go ahead and do this exercise again? I can go back to the creating the project directory. So let me don't look at the commands that I'm typing right now, because I'm just removing the directory, so that I will walk you guys through it from beginning. Okay, so I'm in the bottom of the VS Code terminal. You'll see the terminal highlighted. I'm moving the cursor over there. The terminal is highlighted. I'm in the bottom part. I will start typing. Sister, can you see this now clearly? Sister? Hello?
Yes, I can
you
see it. Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to create a new directory. Let me see if I can create a directory through VS Code. I don't think so. It gives me the option to create a folder, but when I say create it, let's see, projects. Now it's taking me back to the projects directory. So so let me create a directory, mkdir, and again, if you guys don't have Mac, these commands would not work. But you should try it anyway. Make directory projects. Okay, you guys try it now. Just type that command, and I'll see if I can find out if it just doesn't work. Let me know. Try creating the project directory now in the terminal by typing the exact command that I've given. Maybe VS Code would let you run mkdir project.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to get to terminals, because when I watch the tutorial as far as how this program is used,
Okay.
my information didn't present the way that it should on the screen. But now on your screen, I don't have a section at the bottom of this tutorial.
Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Let me try to show you. Okay. Because if you are having problem, I'm sure others are having problems too. So you probably are looking at a screen like this. It has nothing in the bottom, correct? Right now, there's only a left panel and a empty right panel. Now, if you look at the top part of the VS Code bar, there is something called terminal. Do you see the word terminal? Does everyone see the word terminal?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay. When I click on terminal, a drop-down shows many options: new terminal, split terminal, blah, blah, blah. Sister, do you see it? Click on terminal. It's way on the top.
Assalamu
Do
alaikum.
you see it? Walaikum assalam. Do you see terminal?
I do not.
Or you do not see terminal?
No,
Okay,
you said on. Oh, okay. Yes, I do. Next to help. Yes.
Next to, okay. And when you click on that, it says new terminal. A drop down opens up
Yes.
with so click on new terminal, and it should open up a terminal window in the bottom.
Yes, it
Go
does
ahead,
now.
all of you. Okay, so now you should be somewhere. Now let's create the folder or the directory, as in Microsoft Word they call it, called projects. So mkdir projects.
So when okay, wait a moment. So when I tried to type, nothing. Oh wait, there it goes.
Okay, sometimes it takes, yeah, it takes, it's not instantaneous.
Okay, one moment.
So did everyone do the make their project command? Did everyone run that command?
Brother Arshad, can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Can you go one step even backward? I mean, where do we start? Where did we start? Is it on the HTML site?
I will take you there. I will take you there. For right now, just create the folder or create the directory projects, and we'll go one step at a time. Okay.
I know where to start, so I can create that.
Yeah. So did you get the terminal open? Get the terminal open.
On what? On
As
which page? Is it on the HTML?
No, VS Code, the VS Code application. You have to start running we are doing all of this in the VS Code software. I sent you guys an email yesterday to download and install the software called VS Code. So we are all working with that software, and we are creating a directory or a folder using the terminal part of the VS Code software.
Okay, I didn't do
Going
that.
to be our,
I didn't do that. I didn't get to that email yesterday.
okay. You don't have that email? Because I think I sent it to you.
No, I must have the email, but I was just too busy with my family yesterday. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. So yeah, when we take a break in the next few minutes, then you should go ahead and install it, or maybe you should start following the instructions in that and start downloading it. But you will not be able to watch the video, but inshallah, we'll try to help you as much as possible. Okay. So for the rest of you, if you have not been able to run this command, make dir mkdir, which stands for make directory, it's a command, and the name of the directory that we want to create is projects. That's what the command means. So the first part, hello?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So when I clicked on terminal in VS Code, there was already some stuff there.
There's already stuff there. What do you mean by that?
Like there was already like some code there.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, but we're going to create a new terminal, a new folder. So that folder should be empty. If it's brand new, it's like you're adding a folder to the cabinet, or inside your cabinet, you're adding a manila folder. So it should be empty. And we will go to that directory. Okay, and when you go to that directory, you'll see that there are no files in there.
Yeah, but in the terminal, there was already codes there. I couldn't use it.
You could not do anything? Okay, click on the terminal part. I don't know why you're seeing code. Is anyone else having the same problem?
No, but I'm actually, my screen while I'm in terminal, I have a column called mode, and then I have last write time, and then link, and then my code that I typed here, and it went to PS /users / my name, and then like an open cursor.
Okay. Okay, so because you're running on Microsoft Windows, right? And you do not get the. Do you have the terminal tab highlighted like I do?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and can you type this command cat, C-A-T?
Like cat, apple, dog.
Yeah, cat, apple, dog.
Okay.
What does it show you?
It doesn't show anything after the
Okay.
after my name.
Okay, do a dir. This will not work on Mac, but on your Windows, if you type dir, it should be.
Oh, wait a second. Now something popped up in red. It says the term cat is not recognized as the name of the CMDLET function.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's just that doesn't understand. Type the dir command, dir command.
Now it's giving me a long list of
Files.
yes.
Something like this. And on Mac, it is ls, so it gives me a list of all the things. So that means you are at the terminal, okay? So hang in there. Everyone else, did you guys try typing dir and get a list of files? Okay, I'm assuming that all of you did. Now, try to create a directory now again, mkdir projects at the line and hit enter. For me, it already exists, so I'm going to remove that. Okay. Anyone having an issue with creating a directory? Okay, someone's microphone is open. Please turn off your microphone if you want to talk to me. Okay. All right. Thank you for turning off your mic. Now, so I'm assuming that all of you are able to create the project directory. Now, I'm going to head to the top menu bar of the code, of VS Code, and I will click on Open. Okay. I'll click on Open, and it should show me a list of directories. Are you able to see my screen now, where it shows a file explorer, the things directories on the left hand side?
No.
No, this is where Google Meet does not show you any other. But basically, I'm going to select the directory called projects and click on Open, and now you will see that the project directory is open. Open. Okay, so do you see an empty box that says for the folder projects? I'm gonna create a new file in there, index.html. Can everyone do that too? Are you able to? Who was able to create this new project in the index.html file?
I was able to.
Okay. All right.
Me too.
All right. So 2 so far. So you should be looking at a blank index.html file.
Yeah.
And I had copied the original mini resume, and I just pasted in there, so you should see some stuff in there now. That's my HTML markup from the last time.
Assalamu
And
alaikum.
as you look up, hello?
Assalamu alaikum. Are you able to walk me through so I could, because I'm not able to do that based upon what's appearing in my
Okay.
screen.
All right. So in order to, you were able to create the directory, right? MKD, that worked?
No,
You were not able to do that. Okay.
no. I was left at in the terminal typing the direct dir projects and nothing happened.
Okay, that's fine. So one of you, we can go on a quick break because I don't have a Microsoft Windows computer. One of you who was able to get it done, could you explain that to Sister? So I think it was Sister Husna who was able to create this directory, right? Husna? Husna, can you explain
Yeah,
how you did it on Microsoft Windows?
no, it's not working for me.
Or James, I think James also were able to do it, right?
It's not working.
Either
for
one
me.
of you. Huh?
It's not working for me.
So there were two people who were able to create it. I know one of them one of them is my daughter, and Imad, for Imad it worked. Let's see. Okay, Husna was not able to. Okay. Papa, can you explain to folks how you did it on your Microsoft Windows computer? Papa or Imad, one of you, could you, or James, one of you should volunteer and help the people who are not able to create this directory, because I don't have a Microsoft Windows computer. So if I give instructions, they'll probably be wrong.
And Papa has a Mac.
Okay, so you did on Mac. Who had a Windows computer and was able to do it? James, do you have Mac also? Okay.
I have Windows,
Okay.
but I'm not sure how helpful I'll be.
Okay. Do you want to give it a James? You want to just give it a stab because I am.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
we hear you.
This is James.
Okay, James, would you try telling us how you did on the Windows computer?
Yeah.
I'm going to go on the mute. I'm going to go on mute.
Okay. So what I did was I opened the Visual Studio, and on the bottom right, when you should see a little blue tab on the bottom, and it should have just a little stuff on the bottom there. So it's going to be a blue tab. If you can just grab that and open it, it's going to show you your terminal and everything down there. And I don't know if anybody that can't get it open, let me know right now.
Wait, so you're saying that on the bottom right of the VS Code, there's a tab? Because I see one, but I don't know what to click on.
So it should be a blue tab on the bottom, and when you click on the tab, it's going to show you your debug console, your problems, your outputs, and your terminals, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then under that, once you open it, just click anywhere in that vicinity, and you should see a little blinking icon that's telling you that you're ready to type.
Okay, let me try that.
Yeah, just click anywhere in there, and it should just show you a blinking.
Yeah, it works.
Now it works.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, so I'll go all the way to the bottom where there's nothing in front of you. Like, just scroll all the way to the bottom where the tab is clear and there's nothing in between, and just type in MKTIR projects.
That's not working for me.
It doesn't work for you?
No.
Okay. Let me see if I can help you here.
I see terminal. I see the debug, the problems, output terminal, and then to the right of that, I see the number 1 in PowerShell.
Okay, ignore that. Ignore that. Okay, on the actual bottom where you have your words and put, that little arrow where you can type stuff down on the bottom.
I mean, I see a cursor.
Yeah,
But
on the
what I have next to my cursor is PS and then a space, C:\users / my name, and then an arrow pointing to the right, and then there's a cursor, like a box.
Okay, that box is how you type. Can you type anything on the screen right now?
Yes. Well, actually, now it just jumped to maybe 2 lines down, and that's where the cursor is.
Okay. It's possible
You need to
that
make
people
sure.
might have. Sorry,
I think
say that again.
no. I think you have to click in the terminal window to make that part active. It is possible that just take your cursor, take your mouse pointer in the terminal area and just click, and then you should be able to type.
Yes.
Are you able
Can you
to type now?
anything?
Yes, I can type.
Okay, type in
So go ahead and-
MKDIR.
MKDIR
Yes, and
D as in
projects.
David. Space
Space.
projects.
space projects,
Yes.
Yes.
and then enter.
So, yes.
Okay, now I see in red letters MKDIR, an item with a specified name. C \users, my name, projects already exists.
Yeah, it
Okay.
says that for me too.
Okay, that's fine.
That makes-
That means what you did before actually worked. Okay.
The same thing
Is
happens-
anyone else having issue? Thanks, James.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Is everyone else able to get the directory created?
How do I know that the directory is created? That's what I don't understand.
Okay. If the directory is created, then the next step when we go there, you'll be able to search for it. When you create the file index.html, you'll be creating that file using VS Code. You're creating a new file called index.html in this directory.
And
Okay.
that's also where I'm not sure of, because when I know that
Okay.
you went to the open editor section, but that's where I wasn't clear.
No problem. No problem. Let me see. You should be looking at my VS Code right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to see. I'm going to go to the file menu of the VS Code, and I'm going to click. When I click on that, a whole bunch of options show up, right? Starting from new file, new window, open workspace, and open reset, and there are a whole bunch more. Are you guys following me?
No, I don't see that.
Okay, go all the way up on the code. There is a code menu, VS Code menu, at the top of your screen.
Okay.
Go to the top of your screen. Do you see the code and then a file? Do you see the word file on the top
Yes.
row?
Yes.
Okay, click on the file. Click on it.
Okay.
And once you click on it, a drop down would show. It's called a drop down. A whole bunch of other options show up, right?
Yes.
And the third option is open, and it has 3 dots. Open and then dot dot dot. Do you see that?
I have open file. ...
Yeah. Oh. Okay. What? Okay. It doesn't say. Okay, that's fine. Let's just click on that. Let's just click on that.
Okay.
And it's a little bit different on mine, but when you click on that, a box should open and it should give you a list of files, right? Do you see that?
It's a list of, well, it takes me to where documents are at in my computer, not a list of
Okay.
files within this program.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the same thing
So
for
you
me.
need to look for the projects directory that you just created. So on my Mac,
That's what it doesn't do. I had sent a screenshot of this to you before class. When I try to open or go to open a file, it's pulling me to the files that are in my computer, not the files that's in this program.
yeah, that's fine. But by default, it will show you what you have looked at before. So somewhere in that window, there should be a search option. You guys see, I think Microsoft Windows has a search option. And if you type projects there and hit enter, then it will show you everything that has the word projects in it. Do you guys have that option on Microsoft Windows computer? Okay, type the word projects. You're looking for the directory projects that you just created, and hit enter, and it should show you, because you guys have created the projects directory, it should show you. So let's go ahead and search for that directory.
It says no items match your search.
Okay. So let me see what other way I can do that.
Is that what you got to?
Was anyone else able to find the directory or no?
Yeah. I mean, I was able
Everyone
to find it on my
else?
Windows. As soon as I opened MKDIR and I entered projects, that path actually, I think it stops at your name on your computer. But that path is actually where it saves in your files. So when you open a directory, it saves it to your computer files. So that's why when you should see it. And then also the way you know that it worked, like when you're on VSS Code, when you open a new directory, like you can do mkdir like test just to try it, it'll pop up on the left side underneath projects. Like if you're looking at Brother Arshad.
And it should, if I try to recreate it, it will not let me create a same directory again. Okay, so sister, you have already created the directory. Now you have to here's another way. Okay, now this is a geeky way of doing it. So after in the terminal window, if you're not able to locate it, this is an alternative way. Inshallah, it will work. So in the terminal window, type cd space projects. So CD stands for change directory. Okay.
Are you saying like T as in Tom, E as in Edward?
No, C as in Charlie, D as in David, space, projects, which is a command that means change the directory to projects. I am typing that. I typed it in the terminal. You should be able to see it. You guys are looking at my VS Code screen, right? Does everyone see that what I just typed? CD space projects?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. When I hit. Okay. Did everyone type that and hit enter? And as soon as you hit enter, it will take you to the projects directory. Okay.
Mine did. Mine did not. It just took me to the next line that says PSC, PS space C colon backslash users backslash my name backslash projects and then a cursor.
Okay, so you're already there. You are already there. And if you're already there, if the last word is projects, that means that whole list says that you are in the project directory right now. can you guys, Sister Munisa, can you just type this command dir and hit enter? Oh, dir doesn't
Oh,
work
I
on
think.
my Mac.
Oh, okay. So does that mean on the so on the left side of the screen, under the section called Open Editors, I see projects.
Okay.
And at
So
this
you're already
point, I see Untitled, and then I see 2.
okay. So
Does that mean that's where it is?
you are already in the project directory. Type the word in the terminal. Type the word dir, D as in David, ir as in directory, dir, just the 3 letters, and hit enter, and see what you get in the response. Everyone should do that.
It says PS space C : /users / my name and then / projects.
Okay, and nothing else, right? That means that that directory is open.
Okay.
So you're doing good. You're doing
Thank
good.
you.
Now, so is everyone else able to see that? When you run the dir command or the ls command on Mac, you should be able to, right? Now, let's create the file index.html, okay?
And that's where I need help. That's where I get lost.
That's fine. Yeah, that's where I am. That's why I'm here, okay? No problem. So I'm going to delete the index.html from my side. And right now I'm in the project directory. There are no files. When I move my mouse pointer over the word projects on the left-hand side, I should see 4 icons showing up. 2 with plus sign and 1 with a circular arrow, and then there is a collapsed folder in Explorer. Is everyone able to see that?
No, mine says projects and then it says Untitled -2.
Okay, that means that those are untitled files. But take your mouse and hover it over the word projects. Don't click on it, just hover it.
Okay.
All right, and you should see a way to create a new file. Are there other icons there on the same line, projects? What
No,
other icons do you guys see?
I don't have any icons. It just says projects Untitled -2.
Okay, so Max is a little bit different. So let's do it an alternative way. I'm going to right-click the mouse, and you should be able to see a pop-up menu now. Are you able to see that? I right-clicked your mouse while in the left panel, and you should see a pop-up with few options.
Yes.
Okay. Is one of those options new file?
No.
Okay, what does it say?
Open to this side, or save, or select for compare. Other options are like close,
Okay.
close
So
others.
Okay. I think on the Windows you have to let's see.
But would it be easier
Let me
if
see if I can do
in the
it
break
with
you
file
have
off.
to share a screen?
So just one second. On the file tab, all the way on the top, when you click on file again, all the way on the top row, when you click on that, it should show new file.
Yes.
Okay, so click on new file. There are multiple ways of creating the file, right? So click on new file, and as soon as you say click file, you should see Untitled 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, and your cursor is blinking on line 1.
Yes.
Okay, this is where you paste your HTML. So have you copied? Go ahead and copy. Go ahead and visit the link, the W3 screen link, and copy all the HTML markup and paste it like this, like mine. You see it?
Yes.
We're doing good. We're doing good, guys. This is all new stuff for you, so don't get stressed. This is all fun. Okay.
Okay, so we're supposed to copy and paste our resume in the VS Code?
Yes, in this new file that you created.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go on mute, give you guys a couple minutes, and then you can just paste your code in there. I'm going to go on mute for 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm assuming that every one of you now has the copy, this thing pasted in your index.html. Right now, the file name is not index.html, and we're going to go and save it. Okay, so there is a save button. I don't know how it is on your screen, but I'm moving my cursor where it says unsaved, and I'm going to just save it. So there is a save all icon. So I'm going to save it. And as soon as I say save, it's going to give me a folder, open folder, and I will call it index.html. Everyone get that? Can everyone see it? Well, the font is very small, and I cannot make it big, but it's the word index.html. I'll put it on the chat. Okay, mashallah, you guys are very patient, and we're gonna get through this. This is just the basic stuff, and what I would suggest that after today's lecture, on your own, you go through some exercises and see if you can learn how to create files, move between the files, because that's a necessary skill. And for the next week, you should be able to get into practice, do this practice, I should say. Okay, so can we move to the next step now? I'm assuming that all of you were able to create the folder, create a new file, and save it as index.html. Because now we're going to go and try to run that file. So after you save it, my file name changed from untitled to index.html, and it is showing up on the top. Can everyone see that? I will move my mouse a little bit here. I don't know if it's clear to you guys or not. Let's see if I can get it. Can I go to the next step? Okay. So I'm going to click in the terminal area with my mouse. So that area becomes active for me to type. As soon as I click in there, I get to the projects directory. And This is where I'm going to type the command open index.html, and it has to be exactly the way. So you're going to type the word open with a space and then type the word index.html. So I'm going to copy that and then put it in the chat window so that we can okay. Okay, Brother Jamal, thank you. No problem. And I'm going to give you an option. Okay, so let me know if things are still unclear for you, Brother Jamal. I can do a quick overview session with you. I want everyone to be, coming along. So for right now, you can just listen, or if you want to leave, that's fine too. I think it's being recorded. Yeah. So anyway, so did everyone type this command open space index.html in your terminal window? And after you put the command in, you hit enter, and it should open up your browser, and you should be able to see your resume. I'm going to share my page. You should be looking at your resume like this. You should be looking at your page like this.
Assalamu alaikum,
What's up?
So I'm on Windows. When we type, or when I type in the open space index.html, it's giving me an error saying open is not recognized as the name of a CMD let function script file or operable program.
And are you using PowerShell?
Yes.
PowerShell command. Okay, let me quickly look at it.
Should I just Google and see if the command's different?
Yeah, I'm doing exactly the same right now. Terminal command. Open the HTML file. Okay, so it's just giving me. Okay. Yeah, this is something that I should. Unfortunately, today is going to be a tough one because I don't have the Microsoft Windows computer, and the commands are very, very different. And let's see. You guys should look for this command to what command to run on the Windows version of VS Code. I'm looking at something here. Run the command open my file. It still tells me that should work. Another way they're suggesting is that you can go ahead and go to highlight the file index.html on the left hand side, and it says open to the side, reveal in Finder, and you double click on it, and it should open. And yes, it works that way too. So there is an alternative way. What they're saying is that you should highlight the file
I
name.
put in open my file.html, it doesn't.
Because it's not my file. It should be index.html. you have to provide it the exact name of the file. So your file name is index.html, but I think you're gonna have a problem, as brother Hamdan mentioned. So, and I'm looking for it, how to open the, run it on the Mac. Sorry, on the Windows computer. This is really frustrating because how to view my HTML code in a browser with this code. Okay. Yeah, so I think for right now, the best way is to go to your left panel, where under the projects you see the file name index.html. Highlight that file name, right click, and when you right click, it should show you options. So let me switch to this particular tab. Okay, present now, window, VS Code. Okay, are you guys looking at my VS Code right now? So I'm going to click on the projects folder on the left hand side. The moment I click it, I should see the index.html file there, correct? And then I right click while the index.file is then selected. I right click on my mouse and I see a pop-up window with many options. And when I say reveal in Finder, it should take me to the file explorer and I should see index.html. I double click on it and it should show me the web page with my resume in it. Is everyone with me? It's really quiet.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
So I follow you. However, when my option was reveal in Web Explorer, and when I clicked that option, it took me to my file folder area, and it's as though it wants me to select one of the items to possibly save it as, or select an item. But I'm not sure what to do.
Okay, it could be because you have not. Have you saved your file as index.html yet?
Yeah.
Because,
yes, I did.
so under the projects you are looking at index.html, right? It should take.
No, it's my file folder for my computer, like the C drive.
No. Within the VS Code, if you go back to VS Code and you highlight the projects directory, projects folder or directory, same thing. When you click on it, it should open up and show index.html there.
It doesn't get that option for me when I right click on the folder. It gives me the option only file explorer.
No, don't right click yet. First click on the project folder, folder.
Okay.
And it should open up. So there is a right arrow. It should become a down arrow, and it should show the contents in that directory.
It shows within that folder. It shows my index.html.
Okay. Now take your mouse pointer and click on index.html.
Left click on index.
Yeah, regular click.
Okay.
Yeah. Just click on index.html.
Okay.
Right. And that's where you have pasted the code, right?
Yes.
Your HTML. All right. So on the right hand side, you should be looking at a whole lot of code, right? Your markup.
Yes.
Okay. Now, while you have the index.html highlighted, right click, and one of the options should be reveal in File Explorer or something like that.
Yes, reveal in File Explorer.
Okay, so click on reveal in File Explorer, and it should open up a list of files with index.html highlighted, correct?
No, it takes me to my C drive folders, and index is highlighted.
Yeah, index is highlighted, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now while that index is highlighted, double click on it. And tell me what happens.
How do you want to open this file? Microsoft Edge, Brave, Firefox, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer.
Or Google Chrome, just click on Google Chrome.
Okay. And now it's taking me to another web page, and it has my resume.
Okay, so that's what we wanted to get to today.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Thank you.
Okay. This is good.
Sorry. I'm sorry, you guys.
It's good to be. No, don't. Because this shows that you guys are interested in learning, right? So it makes me happy when you guys ask me questions or you get things done. I'm not here to, I'm here to get to get the rewards from teaching. So I'm happy to be able to help you guys. I'm hoping that all of you are able to see your resumes in a browser of your choice, correct? If not, just tell me here. My handicap today is I don't have a Windows computer. I've been developing on Mac computers for a long time. Yes.
Brother Arshad,
But
I still I cannot get it that I do the same, like, but when I have the file, when I click it, it's open just the code. It's not open my resume.
okay. Did you get the okay, sister? Can you help him because I don't have a Mac. Sister Aisha, can you help him? I'll go on the mute. Or anyone else? This is Brother Yasser, right?
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
I was trying to take myself off of mute. I can try, but I honestly I was just following along with what you were saying. I don't know if I can go back and do it.
Okay, no problem. Anyone else? Can someone try? Can someone with a Windows computer try to help Brother Yasser out? This is a team effort. Okay, I'm going to go on the mute, and whoever wants to help and is able to do it, take the mic and explain.
I can try and help you, brother. I can help you.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah. So from what he said, if you're under the open editors section,
Yeah.
can you see your file called index.html?
Yeah, but actually there is my file is showed like index.html.txt. I don't know why or the reason.
Oh, it's showing tech, and it's showing that under the Visual Studio Code program application.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me jump in quickly. You need to rename that file. So highlight that file index.html.txt, highlight it, and then right click on it, and it should give you an option to rename, and rename it to index.html.
No, it's
And then
not give me
what
that
it says.
option. It's not give me that option, brother.
Hang on.
When I highlight it, yeah.
Okay, so if you look at my screen, I clicked on index.html, I right click, and way in the bottom it says rename above delete.
Okay, just let me get your screen because it's not shown here. Yeah. So I highlighted now and left click or right click again.
Right click.
Okay, I put right click, but it's not give me that option to rename it.
Okay, I'm doing right click and it's giving me a rename option.
I don't know why, but when I do right
What
click
are you
now, it
highlighting?
just highlighted when I do right.
What are you highlighting?
Just highlighted.
You're
Yeah,
highlighting.
when I keep
No.
when I
What are
click.
you highlighting? You're highlighting index.html, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, sometimes in Mac, when I click on it, it takes a little bit of time. But after it's highlighted in blue,
Yeah.
when I right click, it gives me the rename option. Otherwise, you can.
Okay. Okay. I have it now. I can by left click. I can do that. Okay. Okay. I rename
Okay,
it
are you
now.
able to see
Okay.
the
Now
rename
it's go
option?
to HTML. Yeah. Yeah. Now I change it to HTML. I
Okay, so
change it
it's
to HTML.
index.html. Now, sister,
Yeah.
can you take over from now?
Yes, inshallah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so now that you have the index.html file,
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
ahead and put your cursor over that,
Okay.
and then right click.
Okay.
And then once you've right clicked, you should see a list of options.
Yes.
Okay, you want to select the option that says Reveal in File Explorer.
Okay.
And then when you select Reveal in File Explorer, it may take you to like your folder for your C drive where all your files are.
Right.
But the first item that should be selected should be something called index with like, it looks like a picture of a wave maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's open index. It's open the project folder, and it's take me to the index file.
So double click on the index file.
Okay.
Now, does it
Yeah.
give you
Now
an option with?
no. It's open my my HTML file. It's open my resume.
Okay, perfect. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair.
Wayakum.
Jazakallah.
So,
Jazakallah khair.
so
Jazakallah khair.
uh, no, sister, Jazakallah. Let's take a break. Let's take a 10-minute break, or can we do 5 minutes? 5 minutes would be better. What do you guys say, 10 or 5?
I think 10 good.
Okay, 10. So let's come back at 10:45. Okay, 10:45.
Okay.
All right. See you guys in
Assalamu alaikum, brother. I found a shortcut. I don't know if you can hear me.
I found an extension. Assalamu alaikum. I found an extension that we can add to the Visual Studio Code, and it just on the right click, it opens up in the browser. What did you find?
Yeah, it's called Live Server. I found the same
Open in browser.
It's called Live Server.
Yeah, the one I found and I installed is called Open in Browser.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I was trying.
if you go, yeah, if you go to the what is the one that you found?
It's called Live Server.
Okay. So I mean, I'm impartial to it, but what I did is I searched in the extensions. I don't know if everyone else is back, but if that one is working fine for you, that's good. I can teach everyone how to add the one that I found because I tested it out while during the break.
Okay,
and it
sounds
seems
good.
like it's very okay. So let's go ahead and see if everyone is back.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll put my mic back on mute. Thank you. Doesn't go out.
Okay. So I'm hoping that you guys are looking at the chat. I want to make sure that everyone is able to follow me to install this extension. And what this extension will do is you'll select an HTML file, right-click it, and then you'll get a option to open this file in the default browser. So let me go ahead and do it. So I'm going to switch over to VS Code, which should be showing on the screen anyway. Let me know if you guys are not able to see my screen. Okay, so you are able to. So I'm going to go, let me increase the font size. So it's not, okay. So in the leftmost panel of the VS Code, there are 4 or 5 icons. Actually, it could be more than that. The top one, it shows like a couple of pages stacked. Then there is a magnifier glass, and then there is a source control icon. And the 5th one from the top, it says extensions. It has 4 small squares stacked on each other, except the top right one is just moved away. So I'm just going to click that, and it will show me all the extensions. Can everyone do that? Did everyone find that extensions icon on the left column? And then click on it?
I wasn't able to find it.
Okay, are you in the VS Code right now? So, okay.
Yes, I am.
What is the? Okay, what is the screen that you're looking at?
I'm the screen that we left off.
Okay, so you're looking at your code, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now take your view all the way to the top left part of your screen, and on the leftmost column, you should see some icons stacked vertically from top to bottom. What do you see there?
It looks like maybe 2 pieces of paper, a magnifying glass, 3 circles with the lines connected to it.
Right.
A a triangle that looks like maybe a bug is next to it,
Right.
and looks as though 4 squares and the fourth
That's
is
the one. That's the extension one. So click on that. Click on that.
Okay.
And then on the right, a panel should open, and the top line should say extensions.
Yes.
Okay. Then your cursor is blinking in a box that says search extensions in, right?
Yes.
Let's type the words open space browser. Okay, if I can spell. Can you see?
To be honest, because my screen is so small, I can't look at your screen and screen,
Okay.
but I do have.
Type open in browser. Type the words open, the word open in browser. So I'm going to put it on the chat. This is the search. This is what you type in the search box. You see it? There are 3 words, open in browser. And as soon as you type those 3 words in, the results of your search will show up. And the first item under the search box will be open in browser 2.0.0. Does
Yes.
everyone see that? Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Take your mouse and click on that open in browser so that it's blue. And then you should see a button that says install right underneath.
Yes.
Okay, click on that green button and install it. And I'm assuming that everyone is following these instructions. So you will install this extension. Let me quickly tell you what an extension is. Extension is a piece of software that extends the capability of this particular VS Code. And in the course of our Ruby on Rails course, we'll be adding a lot more extensions. So this is an extension that would let us select a file and then open it in a browser, okay? Instead of typing the command open space index.html, we'll just highlight the index.html and it should have the same result. So now that you guys have installed it, I'm going to go back to the leftmost column, and where the top icon is it's called Explorer icon. It has 2 pages stacked on top of each other. So do you guys see that? I'm going to click on that, and it will take me back to the open editors or Explorer section of the VS Code. Correct? Are you guys there?
Yes.
Okay. Now highlight the file index.html, and now we're gonna open this file in the default browser. So there, on my Mac, I do a right click. When I do a right click, a pop-up shows, and the second to the bottommost option is open in default browser. Does everyone see that?
Mine does not have that option.
What? So did you install that? So, okay. So what options do you have in that pop-up?
Open to the side, reveal File Explorer, open in terminal.
Okay, and all the way down, you don't have any open in default browser?
No, not on my selections. No.
Oh wow. So I'm wondering.
But it did show that extension I installed it because then it gave me the option to uninstall. So that
Okay.
tells me that it was installed correctly.
Okay. Again, this is a Windows issue. So you
Should we all?
should be
I mean, I
able-
have Windows and we have it. It's all the way at the bottom. The bottom two.
the last all the way in the bottom. You have Mac or you have Windows? Because I'm looking
Windows.
at it.
Windows.
Try and this is through a right click or regular click.
Right click.
So sister, are you able to do the right click? I don't know why it is not showing you that. How about
When I click on my index.html file in blue, and then I right click, and then the right click gives me options, and the only options that it gives me, as far as when it comes to opening the file, it says open to the side, or reveal in File Explorer, or open terminal. Those are the only things that it gives me. If I look further down,
nothing else? Nothing else.
The option of close, others, close, saved, or close all.
Okay, so you, for some reason, does anyone else having the same problem? The ones on Windows? Because one of you is seeing the option and the other one is not. Is anyone else having the same problem as sister?
Maybe she downloaded the wrong extension or something.
Yeah, so but she can go and check. Did you install Open in Browser, sister? That could be possible that you installed a different extension. But because
no, on my screen underneath the index.html, it says extension : open in browser.
okay, did you get a enable option also?
No, I did not. It just, when I hit install, excuse me, when I hit install, then it started processing and then it said uninstall.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to install it again. I'm sure you are able to see my window. I just type in the search, I click on the extension icon, I say open in browser. I see the open in browser option. Then I click on install, and I'm sure you're watching this, and it installs it. Then I go to my document, and when I right click on it, now there could be one reason why you're not able to see it. Okay, you need to refresh. You need to refresh the code. Maybe you need to restart code. That could be possible. So I don't know exactly. Is everyone else able to see the Open in Finder or Open in Browser option? Okay. It looks like you guys are, sister. I think we're gonna have to talk in the next break because you are able to see your resume anyway, right? Just the extension is not working, correct?
Yes.
Can we just move on?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you'll probably have to go through the this thing again, unfortunately. But so now let's go ahead and create a another file in this folder, and we're gonna call it the. So there's a new file icon. Can you guys see it? Let's create a new file, and this time we're gonna create a CSS file. Okay, and we're gonna move all the styles from this HTML file into that file. So first thing is I'm going to create a new file, and I will go to the file menu on the top because that seems to be working for everyone, and I'll click on new file. So can everyone do that, please? Create a new file, and it should open up a new tab which says Untitled. Is it okay? All right. I'm just going to copy, let's say, one style. I'm going to copy the first one, which is div style text align equals to center. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. You guys are probably seeing that. And I'm going to cut it actually, not copy. I'm going to go to this untitled file. I'm going to paste it there. And since it was for div, I'll say div. I'm going to get rid of all of this. This you guys have done in the last assignment. Does everyone see that in the untitled
Yeah.
page? I have moved. Okay, let's do that for the two other styles very quickly. The next one I'm going to work on is the style equals for S2, style equals to color blue. Okay, so I'm just going to completely cut it out from there, and this is for H2 tag. So I'm going to go to, I will cut it from index.html, go to my CSS file, and then paste it here. And since this was for S2, I'll start with the tag. Then I will put a curly braces open. Then I will get rid of all this other style attribute name because that is not needed here. And then I'll close that. Right. I will go back to my index.html, and there's another one here. It's a paragraph tag with the style of font size. So I'm going to cut it all from here and go back to my CSS file. But for paragraph tag, I'll add a curly brace, and then in the middle of those two, I'll put my style, and I'll get rid of these double quotes now. So now I have three styles in this file. Okay, I haven't saved this file. So now I'll go back to my index.html. So this is style, but I have already pasted there. And you guys did this exercise before. I'm just gonna get rid of the extra style attributes, what they call inline. So now I'm going to, because I've made changes to the index.html, I need to save it. So I'll go to File, and it says Save. From the File top menu, I will save this file. So the solid white circle or sphere is now changed with an X. Then I'll click on the CSS file, and again I will save it. File, Save, and it will give me an option for the file name that I'll give it. It will say my underscore styles dot CSS. Okay, can everyone do that? So you're going to move the styles from your markup page to this my styles page. Let's go ahead and do that. Is everyone following me? Let's see how many people. Voice is not. Huh?
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Are you able to show your screen as far as which specific styles you moved? Only because when trying to follow along and going and back and forth in different windows, I wasn't able to capture.
Okay, here it is. Can you see my styles?
Thank you.
Okay. giving you guys some extra time to get this thing done. Okay, so I'm going to move on. I'm assuming that all of you got it done. So you were able to create a new file, my_styles.css, and in that file, you have 3 styles: one for the div tag, one for the S2, one for the P. Now, if you were to go and look at your file again, let's say you highlight index.html and you open a default browser or through the file explorer, now suddenly all the styles are gone. Okay, so if I do that, I open in default browser, all my extensions, all my styling is gone because I removed it from HTML file, put it in CSS, and there is no stylings. Let me show you what this looks like. Quickly, I'm going to stop presenting, and then I'll start presenting. Okay, present now, window. Okay, so after I cut out the screen, what's going on here? I have lost all my styling. I don't know if you guys are able to see that.
Yeah, we can see it. There's no styling
No
in your.
styling. Right. So that should be pretty obvious. We removed all the styling. We put it in a file. Now somehow we have to link it. Correct? We have to link it so it gets applied. So this is where we're going to use a HTML tag for linking style sheets. Now, when we were using JS Fiddle, it was automatic. JS Fiddle was doing it behind the screens, behind the scenes. Sorry, we're gonna do it explicitly. So, in a minute, I'll show you how to do that. Okay, and recent. Okay, open workspace and projects. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna switch the this thing back to my VS Code. How do I do that? I go to this, I stop sharing, then I present again. There should be a simpler way to do this. Okay. So I am back into my index.html under the title element, and by now you guys should know what I mean when I say element. It's the title tag, opening tag, page title. I'm going to enter a line, hit enter, and I'm going to add a link tile. And this is a link tag. I'm going to say my_styles.css. So now, before I show it in the browser, and again, you're going to have to do it on your own, unless I switch it. The syntax is the link tag, the opening tag, and then you put in href, which is basically a reference to the file, in equals. So this is an attribute for the link tag. Href equals to blah blah blah, my file name, and then it's telling the browser that it is a style sheet. So I'm going to copy this code for all of you and put it in the chat so you can paste it into your index.html. And then when you put it in, after it's done, make sure you save your file and then go back into the browser and the style should be back on again. Okay, you guys go ahead and do it. And I'm going to open in default browser. So now it should be my resume. You should be looking at my resume.
I have a question. So for example, when you're doing Java or we're doing some other language, usually we have to compile every time we, or if you're doing assembly, you have to assemble every time you do an edit. Over here, what do you do? Save, or is it automatically?
So HTML is not a programming language. It's a markup system. Okay, and so it's not compiled. CSS is also basically text. It's not compiled. As you will notice that in HTML and in CSS, there are no typical programming constructs, like there is no variable declaration, there is no conditional loops. No. So it is a markup language. It's not a programming language. Okay, and CSS is a styling language, if I can use the term language, but these are not for programming. These instructions are only for the browser to interpret. Okay, did that answer your question?
Yeah. No, the main question was when you're, when you do an edit, do you just save, or how do you make sure it's in effect, whatever that edit is? Does it automatically fix itself?
Okay, so you have to save it. You have to. So is your question that when you save the HTML file, is that your question? What happens to it? Yeah, I mean, HTML files, once you save it, unless you are refreshing the browser, that you don't see the changes in effect, unless you use something called a live reload, and that's an extension also that as soon as you save something, it updates the page and you see the changes right away. But we're not there yet. There are tools called live reload, and it reloads the page after you make changes to it. Maybe I will introduce that later, but it's just an extension, nothing fancy. But HTML is not a programming language. It's a markup language. It's a page markup language. So I've been using the term page markup quite frequently. But you got to reload the page to see the effect. Okay, so has everyone updated the index.html, and now you're able to see the links back up again, correct?
Yeah.
Anyone having problem with that?
Anyone
having problem with that? Because I want to quickly go ahead.
So when I put the link inside when I put the link on my page, the my style part was red. Is that okay?
Yeah, and it's, you mean the file name itself, like ./mystyles.css? That part was highlighted? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it wasn't highlighted. It was just red.
Okay, but were you able to see the effects in the page? Were the styles back?
No.
Nothing happened. Your page is still the same.
Yeah.
Because when I did it, did you copy and paste it exactly? The thing that I put in the chat? Is anyone else having the same problem? So no one is able to see the styles?
I can see the styles.
So it could be either you name the file. Okay. Because I did not even need you to type anything. I just wanted to make sure that you copy it. So James, is that you?
What's that?
Okay. So who else is not seeing it? All you got to do is to make sure the file name is exactly the same, because if you pasted this link tag into your HTML file, but your file names are different, obviously it's not going to make a it's not going to work. So href equals to whatever that file name is. It has to be exactly what you named your file. So it is possibly that your file name is not the same. So let's go through this exercise. Highlight on the left-hand side that file name my_styles.css. Is it, whoever is having this problem, can you read the file name on the left? What is the file name?
I named it my style, my
Can you
underscore
read the
style.
file? Okay, is it style or styles? Because it's, huh? Is it plural? Is it STYLES?
No, it isn't. I put it as my style. How do I change it?
Okay, so you can rename it. So there are two ways you can do it. Let me tell you this easier way. Go back into your index.html and change the file name in the link tag to exactly what the file name you have created. So since you do not have an S, just delete that S. So it becomes exactly that. And then save index.html.
Okay.
Okay, so then it will match, correct? Did you do that? And then make sure you you save that file, and then look at and open it up in the browser. It should work. So the name of the file has to be exactly the same. Let me know if you're done so we can move on to the next part of the lecture, which is classes. I really want to get to the classes part. Okay. Anyone else is having problem? No. Okay. So what we're going to do is talk quickly about classes and IDs. In a page markup, okay, good. In a page markup, we have ways to identify different elements. And we want to apply the style to only few elements. So for example, if you notice in our HTML markup, there are at least two, I think maybe three H2 elements, correct? There is one H2 element about that has a content about me. There is an H2 element about my interest, and then there's a third one. I think what do I want to do with this course? I guess that's a third H2 element. Now, right now, in our mystyles.css, there is a property, CSS style, which which applies the color blue to the text in the elements that are S2 elements, correct? So it's applying to everything. Now, what if I only wanted to have the blue color to the first one, which says about me? So what I can do is add a specification do it. And the way to do it is use an attribute called class. It starts with the word class, equals to, just like you had a style attribute, there's a class attribute. And double quote, and let's say I want to call this class me. Okay, I'm just using the word me. Okay, now I have two H2 classes. One of them has this attribute, class attribute called me. So the name of the class is me. So I can go ahead and now go back to my CSS style, my styles.css, and say, well, I want the blue color only to be applied to the element that has the content about me. So let me save this change here, and I'll go to my styles, and where I'm specifying the H2, the way you specify the class name is with the syntax H2 dot, and then it's me. So that's the name of the class. Okay, I'm going to save the changes to my styles.css. Then I will go to my index.html, highlight that, and then I'll say open in default browser. Now only about me is highlighted, and I'll show you guys quickly, and you guys should do the same thing. Okay, so add a class attribute to the first S2, and you should be able to see something like this. So if you go and look at this screen of mine, you should be able to see the blue color only for about me. Are you guys able to see that?
So mine about me turned black, but my interests and my goals, that's still blue.
Okay, so it's applying the other way around. It should be, if you did it right, only the first about the text would be black, but the words about me should be blue. That's the desired result. And I'm looking at it. I'm wondering what was the difference that you typed.
I think maybe, especially with Chrome, it takes time for it to clear all the caches.
It shouldn't be about the cache, but let's see.
You might have to refresh a couple times.
Is anyone else having the same problem as the sister is? How many of you got it done the way I'm seeing? Okay, so James got it. James, are you having any problem, or are you able to see the change as intended? Okay, so James got it. Yasser did not get it. So you got to make sure that you have typed the things the right way. Let me see if I can give you guys the text in the chat. Okay, so here's the one with H2. H2 space, so you can copy that, and then in the my styles, it is like this. H2.me. Take your time and try to get it done. And if you, I'm going to take just a couple minutes of break, and I'll be right back. And if any one of you need help, just ask in the class. And I think a couple of you have been able to get it done properly. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Any issues?
Yes,
Raise
brother.
your.
Yes, brother. I cannot get it. I did the same. You did, but still, when I open in the browser, it's not work.
So let's go to the basic. Have you saved the files
Yeah, I've
after
saved
making
it on.
it? So read me your index.html, the first H2 line. Is it? Can you read
It's
it?
H, yeah, it's H2 class equal quotation me quotation and about me double dot and after that H2O H2
Okay.
H2.
So,
Yeah.
so is there a space between?
This
Did you copy or paste it, or did you type this line in?
no, I take it your line just and put there.
Okay.
It's
Now
the same.
above that
Yeah.
is your link there? The link is that there? After the title tag, a title element is the link there. The link element.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's there. Okay.
Yeah. Link
Now.
href. Yeah, it's there after title.
Okay. Okay. Up to the title. And then in my styles, can you read me line number 5? Starting with S2, can you read that to me?
Link href equal
No. In
quotation.
my style.
In your
Go to
styles.
my. Yeah, my styles.
Yeah.
CSS.
Okay. Number 5 h2.me and like bracket.
And there is a space.
Between bracket and me.
Yeah.
Yes, there is space.
Okay, and then the next line
is color like
Gold.
double
Okay.
dot. Yeah, blue and this semicolon.
So when you open this file in the browser, what do you see?
Everything is black.
Everything is black.
Yeah.
Everything is black. Well, how could that be? If the link and is everything on the side? Looks like your style sheet is not being applied.
Title sheet, title, page title. Yeah, it's the same yours.
I don't think it's being applied because now, is anyone else having the same problem? I think James was able to get it done. How about others? Can just speak up or okay. So I see. Okay, about me equals to black. It's not blue. That's
right.
That means your style sheet is not being applied. Okay, let's do another exercise. Okay, let's leave it that way. Let's go and in the paragraph, let's add a class for the first div after the body tag. There is a first div, right? There's a div. in that tag, let's add a class attribute. Class equals
I
double
cannot
quote.
see I cannot see your screen. It's only your resume there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
That's,
Perfect. I will
yeah.
just
Yeah.
go ahead and switch it. Um, okay. Now can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Start.
on
Yeah.
line number 9, I think there is the first
Yeah.
div tag, correct? There's a first div tag.
Number 9. I don't have this line. Div class. I don't have this
Yeah,
line.
I just typed it in, but
Oh, okay.
so
Div
yours is like
class.
this, right? It's like this.
Okay. Okay.
So
Div class.
I'm going to add a class attribute. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to create a new class.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
And class
following you.
equals, everyone should be following me. Class equals to double quote, and I'll just give it a name of this class. I'll say my, or let's say my name underscore. So remember, there's a difference between the underscore and dash. This is a dash. Okay. So make sure it's underscore. It has to be exactly the same. My name dash underscore, my underscore name underscore and email. I'm just giving it an at random name. Okay. So this is a new class name. You could call it whatever, Starbucks, doesn't matter, as long as things match. Okay. So then I'm gonna save this file, because remember, on the top where the tab name is index.html, there is a solid white dot. That means that you have unsaved changes in the file. You need to save the changes you've made. So I'm gonna save it as soon using Control S or File Save. So I'll do File Save. Now as soon as I save it, that's the white square goes away and it turns into an X. That means I don't have any unsaved changes. So can everyone do that, please? Add this class to the first div and then save the changes. And again, we are working on in index.html. Let's do one thing at a time. Okay, one more minute so that you guys have time to put it on. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to mystyles.css. So I'm gonna click on that tab and I'm gonna add the class to this div. Now div dot, what was that? Copy this. My name and email. You see that? I added a dot and then added the class name in the style file. What I'm doing here is that I'm being very specific. I'm saying that in my markup, I have a div which has the class name, my name, and email. I want to apply this style, which is text align center, only to that element. So I'm being very specific. That's the purpose of adding the class name here. Okay. So I want you guys to go ahead and make that change in mystyles.css file and then save it so that the solid white dot disappears. So when I save it, it will go away. So save. Can everyone please do that now? And make sure
Brother
you're very careful when you're typing this, because if it's not matching the same as the class name in the markup, then it will not work. It has to match exactly.
Brother Arshad, I think I have a problem with the CCS code because it's not colored like yours. It's just like all codes is white. So
That's okay, because I've added some extensions to color things for me.
okay.
So
So if it's white, that means it's okay. It's not
yeah,
necessary
as
to be
long as the
colored.
file name is fine, as long
Okay.
as the file name is fine,
Yeah.
I can change the coloring based on different things.
Actually, but
And I think
for all of us, I think it's colored for us, whether we add
Yeah,
extensions or not.
because it's an index is colored already, like especially the
okay,
tags,
please save
all
it.
tags
So
is colored.
you
But
said you said CCS or CSS?
yes, yes, CCS.
No, it
No,
should
no,
be
CSS.
CSS.
It should be CSS.
Oh, for that. So I have to rename it.
Yeah, because see,
Okay, okay,
the file
okay, got
name
it.
has to be exactly the same.
CSS. Okay.
So and CSS
Yeah,
stands for
now for that. Yeah, it's colored now.
okay.
Okay, let me
Good, you're
save it. I
learning.
think this. Okay, Jazakallah khair. I
You're
think this
learning.
is the.
You're learning. We're all
Yeah.
learning.
Let me
Okay.
just
So
open in
now,
default.
so
But it's still black.
those of you who are done with that, click on the index.html on the left-hand side, right click, and then go to open in default browser or whatever you're using. And now you should be able to see that the task is, it is applied, correct? Yes or no? It should be applied. So I'm going to make some more changes to this div, okay? Under the text dash align colon
Assalamualaikum.
center, I'm going to add another style. Yes, walaikum
Assalamualaikum.
salam.
Really quickly, I just want,
Walaikum
because
salam.
after I applied that, it looks as though it looked from the beginning, the section about me, the section my interest and my goals, that title, those title sections were blue, and that's how it is for me now.
Okay.
And
So you're
my
still
name is
not,
in black.
your name is in black. That's fine. That's fine. Mine
Okay.
is black. Right now, when I look at my page, my name is black, my email is black, just the about me is blue. Okay.
Okay, so mine is still blue because
So
it never changed from last time.
okay, so you probably have a typing error, and inshallah after the class you can go through it, or I can help you out. But I want to quickly move and add one more, because looks like part of your styling is working. So I'm going to go back to my styles of CSS, and right underneath the text dash align dot center, I'm going to add a background CSS property. So I'm going to hit enter. I'm in the my styles.css file. I'm going to hit enter. I'll get a blank line, and I'm just going to say background color. And you see, VS Code is cool. It will show you the option. So I highlighted background color, and let's say background color. Let's call it really ugly red. Okay. So now I will, after I specify red, I press save, and then I should get a red background of that div. Let's see. Let's see if I did it right. Okay. So it did. The entire div became red background. So my name, the background for my name and my email address is red. So let me show you guys what my page looks like.
Well, I have a question. Is there a problem if you use the same class name for different scopes?
Yeah, that's the next thing I will tell you. You can apply the same class to multiple elements, but ID is only once. I'll get to that, inshallah. Okay, present now a window. Are you guys able to see the red background or not?
Yes, I see it, brother. Jazakallah khair. I see it.
Okay. Anyone else? None of you are getting the red background?
Brother, only for like yours, exactly. Yeah, like yours.
So you're looking at my screen or not?
Yes.
Okay. Who else
I have
is
the same.
anyone having problem? Is anyone having problem? Okay, so what you should be looking at, a red background behind your name and the email address. See if someone, your screen, yes, okay. All right, so it looks like quite a few people are able to see it. Okay, Abdul Hasib got it. My daughter got it. Sister got it. How about other? Because if it's working, that means you have learned how to link the files and change the tags. Okay, so let's see. I want to create another div. No, there is a second div which is right after class equals to me, and I want to give that div a class. Give it a name. Let's say about me, and then apply some styling to it. So
Your screen isn't
let me
showing.
switch. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna switch to that. Stop presenting. Present now. Okay, I think this is it. You should be seeing my screen now. Yes? Yes? Or no?
Yes.
I think
Yes, brother. Yes.
okay. So I'm adding another class. I'm just gonna call it let's say, just to be, very creative, first para. Okay? So you see I created a new class called first para. Let's make it full paragraph. Okay, and then
Really
I'll
quick,
save this file.
Assalamu alaikum, really quickly, because I'm not able to see on your screen. After the V and div, it looks like an arrow. Is that supposed to be an underscore or?
It's an underscore. So I'm going to paste it in the chat box, okay?
Okay.
So you guys can just copy it. There we go. So this is the second div right after about me. You got it? Did everyone get it? And make sure you save this file. So there's no solid dots up there. Now I'm going to go to the my styles, and I'm going to add another style after the paragraph style. And again, I'm going to change its background to, let's say, yellow. So that was a div tag, and the class was this. Sorry. Right? This was the class name, first paragraph. I'll give it a space, open and curly braces, and then in that, I am going to type, let's say, background color yellow. Okay. Does everyone see that? So I'm going to save it, and I'm going to switch to my index.html, right click, open in default browser, and now my page is, yeah, it's updated. So let's say, stop
And once
it.
again, brother, I need to see the coding for the my styles. I didn't capture those.
Okay, hang on. Let me switch to that. Okay. You see it now? No,
Yes.
maybe. Okay. So as soon as you're done typing, let me know so I can go to the editor. Sorry, the browser. So you guys should have a fourth style in there, and this is for a div. Okay. Are you done, sister?
Not yet. I'm still typing the code that you have up there.
Okay. Make sure that the class name in it is exactly the same, because it does the matching. Okay.
Okay, I have it. Thank you.
Okay. So now let me go to my thingy, stop sharing. And okay. So after you run it, you should be able to see one background with red and one with yellow, which should be this. Is everyone with me?
Yes, brother.
Welcome back. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Mine did not appear that way.
You guys, okay. So why did yours not? It's got something to do with typos or typing, because your first one was working fine. Do you have anything, any colored background at all?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any changed background at all?
Just what you typed
Or
as far as the div.
and
First paragraph.
your page has not, the page has not updated. You're saying? Did you save your code, the changes?
I did.
And is this the new browser window or the previous browser window? Sometimes the tabs are similar and confusing. Because Yasser was able to get it right, and I think others also were able to get it. It's something to do some minor typing change, typing issues. So maybe you can look at it, because it should have a red and a yellow with a blue about me in between.
So let me ask this on the index.html.
Mm-hmm.
As far as what's after the div, is there anything between div and class?
Div and class. Yeah, a space. There's a space.
Okay, I have that. And then the equal sign, quotation first, underscore, paragraph, quote.
So you do have the word class, right?
Yes.
And the first paragraph, is it spelled just the way your class is specified in the, because these have to match.
So do you mean in the styles tab? Does it match the
Yeah.
same way?
What do you have? Can you read the class name in the inside the double quote? What is your class name?
First underscore paragraph.
Okay, and switch to mystyles.css. What do you have?
There's
The
no
last-
quote. There's no quotes for. Oh, so I just have div period.
That's fine.
First underscore paragraph.
And then?
And then it looks like the bracket that opens to the right.
Okay, curly bracket, and then background. Did you type this? Background dash color. Look at the spelling of that.
Background dash color is spelled correctly. It's kind of like in a lime green, colon, space, and then there's a yellow box, and then the word yellow, and then semicolon.
Okay, so make sure that it's a dash, not an underscore, because that makes a difference.
Yes, it's a dash between background and color.
That's weird. That's weird. Did anyone else having the same problem? And this seems to be, so none of the styles are applying to you. Do you have anything that is with a red background on your screen?
I have the red background with my name and my email address. That's still the same.
That's good. That's good. So what I'm suspecting is that there is some typographical error somewhere in between, because the style sheet is being applied, and there is something about the typo. There's a typo somewhere. Otherwise, it should work. But I want to quickly go to. So if you don't mind, we can do this after the class, okay? We can
Okay.
continue talking, and I'll see what issues. But you guys are getting the idea, right? Now, let's say that I want to create and we're not gonna. This is not going to be a typed exercise. I want someone to volunteer to answer me, okay? If I wanted to, let's say, apply a style to one of the four LI elements in the bottom of the screen of your index.html, where it says my interests, right? If I want to apply a class, I want to add a class to change the color of the first LI, which says add your interest first or whatever you have, to, let's say, a color blue. How would I go about doing that? So in index.html, the last few lines have LI tags. I want to change the color of the first LI to, let's say, red. Okay. How would I go about doing that? But I don't want to change all of them, just the first one. What should I do based on what you have learned today? What would you do to change the color of the first LI to red, the text color? Who wants to volunteer? You don't have to do the coding, just I want to make sure that you understand. Who wants to volunteer?
So you're asking how would we change the first list item to red?
Yeah.
I guess you could just add an ID to that first list item, and then change that to red.
ID or class? ID or class? Because they're two different things.
I guess a class if you're probably going to use it more than once, right?
Right. And so, are you guys looking at my VS Code screen?
No, we're looking at your resume right now.
Okay, let me switch to this thing. So that is that's the correct answer. Did everyone understand the response?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So with classes, now if I wanted to apply that same red color to the third list item, what would I need to do? So not just the first list item, but also the third li tag. If I wanted to have the first and the third to be red text, what would I need to do, Yasser?
Just add class and
And what?
and put that on my style CSS.
So let's see. If I were to go and let's say present a window, you guys should be looking at my VS Code now, right? So the benefit of class is that
Yes.
you can specify the attributes or styling or whatever, and later on you will do it with JavaScript as well. The same class to multiple elements inside the opening tag, and then wherever that class appears, you would have that change take place. Okay. So now I just lost my cursor. Oh, great. My keyboard went out of battery. Hang on for 1 second. I was going to go ahead and type that in front of you, but right when the, okay, it's connected now. Good. So I'm going to add this class. Class equals to, I'm just going to give it a name, my underscore color, or just say colored link, colored li. Okay. Right? And then to the third one, I can also apply the same class because classes do not have to be unique on the page. There is something else called an ID that has to be unique on a page. So colored li. So now I have two li items with the same class name. I will save that so that dot goes away. I will go to the my styles. I'm going to add a style, and it was for which one? Link item, right? I'm going to specify li dot colored link. I think I have a typo there. No, colored li. Colored li space open bracket, and then let's say color red. Okay, semicolon. Then I go to index.html and test it out. And voila, my first and second bullets, list items, are red. You are not able to see my page, right? Stop sharing. And let's share this. Okay. So are you able to see that, you guys?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, I gotta go to the why is this thing not playing with me? Okay, this may be it. It's very faint because the font sizes are very small, but you should be able to see the first and the second list items in red color. I hope If anyone is seeing it, please let me know. That page should be
Yeah, I can see
updated.
it.
Okay. So what we learned is that classes can be, you can specify the attributes, whatever CSS attributes to a class and apply it to any of the elements, and it will change place. Now, you notice that the second and the fourth are, even though they're still list items, because the class is not applied, they are showing in the default. I wanted to actually go to the point of talking about IDs, but today we have covered a lot of new items. And I'm going to offer you, if any of you want to have a refresher or a catch up, I could try to do it on, well, I'll do it on Wednesday anyway. But anything before that, if you guys one-on-one tutoring or a few of you want to get together, just send me an email. And in addition to the Wednesday class, the lab, by the way, I've changed the time for that lab. I think I've made it like 6:45 p.m. because I don't want to miss my Maghrib prayer, and I'm sure you don't want to miss your Maghrib prayer. So, so I'm going to wrap up right now. I'm not going to talk about IDs, but there is something called ID, and that on a particular markup page, there could be only one reference to an ID, as opposed to classes. You can apply the same class to many tags. Okay. So, does anyone have any questions for what we covered today?
Just
We covered a lot, right?
yeah, just brother Arshad, the last line in CSS, what the command you use, li.class equal, I didn't catch that.
Oh, okay. I'll just paste it in the chat. Hang on.
Okay, I will take it from chat. Thank you.
You get it? li.colored underscore.
It's
Is
not
that what you're looking
okay.
for?
Li dot yeah, colored. Okay. Li dot colored.
This is underscore li.
There is
It's
no
just a
class.
name. Anything
So
yeah,
there is
it's
no
just a
class
name.
between li. Just
No, this is
li.
just a class name. This is a
No,
class
I
name.
mean it's the class name, but the command itself is li dot class equal quotation colored.
Oh, okay. That
What?
you want to see the other part.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can put all the 3 lines there. Okay, hang on.
Appreciate it.
That might help. I wish there was a better way to share code. You see it now? li.colored underscore li. So everything after the dot is the class name. And then the opening bracket, then the style, which is colored red, and then the closing parentheses, actually. You get it?
Yes, thank you, brother. Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair.
So this was a lot of stuff for most of you, which is completely new. You know, VS Code is new, linking the style sheet is new, classes is new. So you gotta practice. I hope today, because the thing is fresh with you, try different styles, try adding some new markup elements, and get really comfortable with this thing. And those of you who are having problems with the extension, get that fixed. I think from this point on, we're going to be spending a lot of time in the VS Code. Maybe from time to time, we will go into the JS Fiddle, but probably no longer visit W3 schools. And from now on, every time we are in a session, we should have VS Code up and running. We should be very comfortable with file folders and extensions and VS Code. One of the things that I will introduce in the next lecture is quickly I will introduce IDs, and then I will throw in JavaScript. So we'll in the next lecture we will actually create a JavaScript file and link it to certain elements on our markup. And JavaScript is the programming language that brings life to the pages. It gives you the interactivity. You know, when you click something, something happens. You know, some interactivity. It's mostly from JavaScript. CSS has some interactivity, but and HTML does, but in the world of web application, 99% of the interactivity comes from JavaScript code, and it's a programming language. So if you're not able to, you know, understand what I'm talking about, or if you're having an issue with the assignments, because the next assignment is going to be very, very heavy in HTML, VS Code, and everything that you will do would be in VS Code, and I will teach you through the assignment how to send me the assignments. It's going to be your project structure, stuff like that. There's a lots and lots of new stuff, and I really urge you to, after lunch today, unless you're fasting, spend your time getting comfortable with all the things we learned. So we learned VS Code, we learned classes, so we learn how to link the style sheets, stuff like that. I didn't get to what all I wanted to cover, but that's okay. And please do not be discouraged. You know, this is a lot of stuff. You will get very, very comfortable with it. If you're feeling discomfort or saying this is not for me, please don't let this bother you. Be consistent and work with me, and I'm willing to work with you as much as you want to learn. Is that fair? Any comments today?
Hello,
Okay,
brother.
let me see. Walaikum salam.
This is Bibi. I have a question. I was trying to see if you could help me one-on-one. I live in Lodi and I drive to Santa Clara every day for work, and I've been really busy, so I haven't been able to turn in the last two assignments. So I
Okay.
apologize for that. I work in healthcare, so my job is very crazy right now. But I was wondering if I
Okay.
could get some help with you.
Sure. I can do that. You know what I would suggest? I'm not gonna while you are still on this call, quickly see if there are others in the class here who want to also have a catch-up session, and just you guys organize a time, and then you know, now, and let me know, and then I can make myself available. So
Okay.
I can help multiple people. It will make things efficient for me. So I'm very happy to help. You know, as long as you know people are open like you are, that hey, you know, I need some help. So I'm just gonna go mute, and you guys decide when you want to have a catch-up session. The only exception is tomorrow. Tomorrow I have few things that I need to get done. I don't know if you guys know, I'm working on two other startups for myself. One is an overseas startup, and one is here in the U.S. So tomorrow is going to be my day to work on those projects, and I also need to work on assignment number 4. So I'm just going to go on mute. You guys quickly decide right now, and let me know what time you want to have. So I will leave it up to you guys, and I'll just go on mute. I'm not gonna go away.
And Brother Urshid, how about just to make it more organized? Let me get in touch with you and get, for example, the hours that you are available, and then send it to everyone and have them vote. For example, Google form or something. Just makes things more organized.
Yeah, if you can do that, I'm okay. I mean, any help would be highly appreciated. My only
that would be better, to be honest.
Okay, so you guys decide. I leave it up to you guys. And for everyone's knowledge, this is Brother Abdul Rahman. He's the coordinator for this course. So, but Abdul Rahman, I don't think you have the email addresses for everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I can send it to you, and you send it to everybody. I can make a form.
So what you're suggesting is that have a form that people can sign up for a catch-up session?
Come on.
No, you can just vote for whichever one works best.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Okay, someone is saying something.
Here you
go. Go ahead. Someone was making a comment. B, are you still
sorry.
with us?
I was saying that for me, the weekends are the best option. Monday, I work Monday through Friday, or either late evenings for me.
Okay, this is B, right?
Yeah.
You're the one who drives to Santa Clara, right? From Lodi. So,
Yeah.
okay, so late evenings. I'm okay, but usually, after Isha Salat, my mind becomes vegetable because I start working very early in the morning. I get up around 4:30 in the morning, or sometimes even today. I've been up since 3 a.m. 3 a.m. in the morning. So I'm okay. I'm okay as long as everyone else agrees on some time, because we appreciate that you have to drive and you have to come. I'm okay, because this is not going to be every night. So Abdul Rahman, you're going to coordinate with everyone?
Yes, inshallah. Yeah, make sure I do that.
Okay.
And yeah, brother, and I'm sorry I'll clarify. I didn't mean like that late, like after Isha.
Yeah, I mean,
that's okay. Because now there's no traffic, so I'm usually getting home after 6 o'clock.
Okay, so tomorrow, by the way, tomorrow we can do after 7 p.m. After Maghrib, by the way.
Okay.
So Maghrib is around 7:25. So let's say around after 7:30 we can have 1 hour lecture. Does anyone want to have? Do you guys want to do tomorrow at 7:30?
That's fine with me.
Again, I'd rather keep it for online
Okay.
because I know there's one of our attendees is from Ireland, so that's I think like 1 a.m. there. And stuff.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna be available. I'm gonna be available tomorrow from 7:30 until let's say 10:30. Okay, and this is not going to be a 3-hour long session anyway, so hopefully we can accommodate everyone. And I think tomorrow is better, Abdul Rahman, because it's still fresh in everyone's mind.
Sure. No,
Okay, so I'm going to post my time.
Do you mean 7:30 to 10:30 at night?
No.
Yeah, anytime.
Do you mean 7:30 to 10:30 at night or in the morning?
At night.
Sorry, was that in the morning or the?
No, I'm writing it down. 10:30 p.m. in the chat. Tomorrow between 7:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. So we can pick. I can go. I can start this thing at 10:30 p.m. tomorrow if it's easier for the person in Ireland. I don't know what's the time difference. I think it's 8 hours. My mother is in Dublin right now, so I think it's 8-hour difference between here and we can only talk about it for 1 hour anyway. So we can cover assignment number 1, assignment number 2, and what we covered today. Fair? So, but Abdul Rahman, I will let you finalize that, okay? I'm just telling you my availability, and so we will let everyone know via email, okay?
Okay, inshallah. When you're done, I just have a couple of comments to close afterwards. And
okay. Anyone? Okay. Does anyone wants to make a comment about today's class, because there was a lot of material. What did you learn today? If it was helpful or what? I'm interested in knowing how you feel about it now that the class is finished. We ended today's lecture.
Well, what I've discovered is that these different computer systems, the coding translates differently once it's entered. So I'm not exactly sure what's until next week, but inshallah, possibly having information for Microsoft Word so that it makes it a little bit easier to understand. When I was watching the videos were the one from YouTube that was included in the email seemed to be, at first it started to be for beginners, but then it became to be a little bit more advanced for beginners versus the way that you're explaining it during our class.
Okay. Jazakallah. Any other comments, thoughts? Because this is your class. I mean, you have to let me know if my way of teaching you guys is helping or it's too fast. You have to help me make sure that I deliver the right content to you.
Definitely, I think the videos help. Just to have the tutorials, but then also to have how you were doing it in class today as far as a step-by-step with the screens. That also helps as well, because even though what you're seeing on your end doesn't translate on this opposite end on our computers.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I might actually um, uh, go and buy a used Windows computer, so that's easier for you guys. And I am actually putting together a program for a web development boot camp for people who really want to get into this profession, and that would be a paid course. I've spoken to one brother already about it. Um, so eventually, I would need to have a Windows laptop because that is the predominant machine. Let's see if I can scrounge up some money and buy it. And because I think a percentage of you would want to go beyond this course and really want to make this as a profession. So let's see what happens. But one thing I am noticing on the web in the circles that I visit, online circles, suddenly there is a huge surge of people looking for skills that I am teaching here, because companies are downsizing their workforce, and they're looking for people who have multiple skills and can work remotely and do some technical work as well. So the demand for what you are learning these days in this course is going to continue to increase. It's not going to go away, and you will find your demand to be increasing. And I think next Saturday you will hear about this from the speaker. It's going to be a short talk anyway, about 15-20 minutes. So if no one has any questions or comments, then I would end the class now. If you want to just send me an email about your thoughts and how I could improve it, please do send me an email. I'd really appreciate it. Okay. So with that, Assalamu alaikum.
Can I just add a couple of things before you close?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, so for the recording, it is being recorded. I did start a little late, so but it should be sent to you guys last time. I also live stream on YouTube and Facebook. Both listed on YouTube or Facebook. You should be able to find the session. Not sure how long we're gonna keep it on there, to be honest. But also just want to say for payments, I mean, all we're asking is just for you to keep us in the loop. If you're not able to, that's totally fine. But all we're asking is to keep us in the loop. Please email dawa@messenger.com or email me also forward it to me on whether you can pay or if you can pay, then you do. We don't have to go and contact people individually because I don't. It's a little embarrassing. But yeah, just that. And then just keep Brother Ashad and his family in your du'as. He's honestly doing a lot for a volunteer effort. He's not nobody's paying for this or anything. So
Okay, thank you, Abdurrahman. So I'll just end with a small dua. Well, actually, Surah Al-Asr, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم.
I was coming.